Hey guys, my name is Sean, and I am in English 201 with Professor Drana, and I will be talking about gun control. So, what is gun control? Gun control refers to any legal limits or measures intended to restrict or prevent the use of firearms or guns in general. The reason why I chose this topic is because gun control is probably the most controversial social issue that has been occurring on in the United States, and the United States has the highest firearm or homicide to firearm rate than any other country, developed country in the world. And recently, national discussion and debate has been occurring or rising due to the fact that the just gun violence has been increasing over the past years, and Congress has not been able to pass any gun laws due to the Second Amendment. After conducting some thorough research with scholarly articles and websites, each author from these sources have stated that there has been a rising number of gun violence in the United States over the years. Um, at first, Charles Collier discusses the number of firearms there are in the United States, which directly relates to the high rate of homicide by firearm rate in the United States. He starts with the article by stating the United States, with less than 5% of the world's population, nearly half of the world's firearms, maintains a regime of essentially unlimited access to dangerous firearms. While Kevin Wozniak has analyzed a public opinion about gun control politics through research. He has stated that the inevitable tragedies such as the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting that occurred in 2012 has reignited the decades-long debate about gun violence and gun control in the United States. While other authors such as Alexandra Filendra and Nolan Kaplan have been examining the factors of how the general racial population or racial prejudice can shape gun policy attitudes. Kaplan and Filendria have claimed from survey results that there has been an existence of substantial differences in policy preferences from racial groups. And all of these authors have different claims, but they all relate to how gun violence has been increasing in the United States. Moving on to the public and political opinions about gun control. As stated before, Wozniak continues to explain the political opinions of restrictions on gun ownership even after the tragic event of Sandy Hook elementary school shootings. Republicans, both in the House and the Senate, have been willing to consider proposals to improve mental health and background checks, but they still strictly deny new ownership restrictions on gun ownership. Both Democrats and Republicans have clashed with one another about the debate of gun control. While Republicans argue that the majority of citizens oppose gun laws and bans because of the Second Amendment, which gives them the right to basically own a gun. While Democrats argue that the majority of the citizens support enforcing gun laws, and according to the Gallup poll that ranged from 1990 through 2014, this showed that there was a steady decline in public opinion about laws covering the sale of firearms from 78% to 47%. However, in December 2012, there was a spike in support for making firearm laws more strict following the Sandy Hook shooting. Therefore, events like these trigger national attention to pay attention towards gun control. Furthermore, multiple scholarly websites have claimed that there have been more positives than negatives in implementing gun control laws. Procon.org states that more gun control laws would reduce deaths. And additional studies show that there were 572,537 total gun deaths in the United States between 1999 and 2016. And guns have been the leading cause of homicides, which is 67.7% of all homicides and 51.8% of all suicides, according to the CDC. Another study conducted by the New England Journal of Medicine found that firearms were the second leading cause of deaths in children, which is 15%, and that was right behind motor vehicle accidents, which is 20% of all deaths. And the scholarly website also states that firearms with high magazine capacity should be banned as well, because they often turn into mass murders. A Mother Jones investigation was conducted to see the results of at least 50% of 62 mass shootings between 1982 and 2012 were involved with firearms with high capacity magazines. Um, In the last clip, I meant to say, or it was supposed to finish off by saying, high capacity magazines. Sorry about that. um, Anyways, all of these authors and scholar websites have made a pretty justifiable and sustainable reason why the rate of gun violence has been an upwarding trend in the United States because of firearms. And it is pretty important to note that each of these authors have made their own claims with overlapping ideas in which all of these claims relate to the topic of firearms. With mass shootings and increasing violence around the United States, the topic of implementing strict gun control laws has become national debate and contention. And while national discussions about gun control are so important due to the fact that gun control in the United States is the most controversial social issue in the entire in the world. Um, Most developed countries around the world already have very strict laws on gun control or bans of firearms already, which we can already see a correlation in how they have literally zero gun violence per year. And while addressing our social issues and the well-being of the American citizens, this proves to be a very important topic. And that will be the conclusion of my video. I appreciate you guys and thank you for watching my video on gun control. And I hope I gave you guys some sort of an idea of how important gun control is in the United States. You guys have a good day. Bye bye.